I'm going to do a video today, update on my boat, how to set up a small boat for tournament fishing. This is what I got. I got the Pelican Bass Raider 10E. It's 10 feet long, holds up to a 3.5 horsepower. Right there. I got a little Mercury 2.5 on there. I don't recommend putting a 3.5 on it because I have a 3.5 and it bends the transom in the back unless you put a block of wood there. So I don't recommend putting anything bigger than a 2.5 on there. This little 2.5 makes this boat go about anywhere in between 17 and 22 miles per hour. I usually run about 19.5. So the seats in this boat swivel all the way around. They can slide in the tracks. You can adjust where you put your seat. It pops out very easy. I got an extra seat there, but when I'm tournament fishing just by myself, I only keep one in there. Because you pop one seat out and you got a whole deck pretty much. I got my battery in the back and my wires running out of here. And I just plug my trolling motor in a hole right there. It had an adapter piece to plug it in, but I just took it out because I don't ever really plan on taking off the trolling motor. And I can keep the wire a little bit shorter without having to splice it. Let me let this trolling motor down so I can show you the fish finder. I got a Minn Kota Endura C2 30-pound thrust. 12 volt. It runs it all day long with no problem. I got the handle extends on it. Alright. Down here I had the Humminbird Fishing Buddy 110 that lets down into the water. I'll put it in simulator for you. There we go. I need to put it in like pretty good. So basically what you want in a small boat is most room possible. So back here where most of the weight is, that engine's about 40 pounds, that battery's about 40 pounds, it's 80 pounds, plus about a 15 pounds worth of tackle. You're going to have somewhere between 95 and 100 pounds. And then plus me, that's almost 200 something pounds. Well, that's a little over 200 pounds in the back with maybe, what, 30 pounds in the front. So, I got everything except one thing, my live well. So, this is how I rigged this up. I'll show you how to make a live well out of a cooler. I set my cooler in the front just like that. And you still have plenty of room. I mean, notice, I will take 1, 2, I got 3 whole steps. I mean, I got plenty of room. I mean, it's a good 3 feet across and a good 7 foot long space. I mean, I got plenty of room still, even with the cooler in the front down here. Alright, so the way you make a cooler live well, I hadn't done it yet, but you get your cooler and down here in the corner you'd mount a bilge pump right here, and you come up with a hose to a PVC pipe just mounted right here, cap it off on the end and drill you several holes so it squirts the water down in there, and drill you a hole in your lid right about here so you can still have, so it won't build up pressure. Then you can just drill a hole up in the top side and run it out and link it in with your trolling motor wire to your battery and put a switch on it. Or you can go to Walmart and get one of those portable aerator batteries and mount it to the side right there, and it runs off of its own battery and it'll run for a couple days. That works very good. You don't have to charge it every now and then. Let me turn this off. And the fish finder runs off of 6 AA batteries, and I hadn't changed the batteries in about, let's see, it's June, and I got the fish finder at Christmas, and I fished about 3 times a week for several hours each time, not even counting the weekends, and I haven't even changed the batteries yet. The only aggravating thing with the cooler in front is you can't let the trolling motor all the way down. You can let it a pretty good ways. I mean, you can basically almost let it down, but if you want to, you can just slide it out of the way, but that's fine. With me in it and everything moved down, I can get about 19.5 miles an hour. And I do have a GPS on here. Not built in my fish round. I use this little phone clip. The phone I'm videoing with fits into it. And I just clip it back here somewhere or up there, and I have it's called a Tremble makes it. It's a wireless fishing GPS app, and I love it. So the way I have my ride set up is I usually only take about 6 or 7 rides when I go, since I really don't have a ride locker. But and it does have 2 ride holders in the front if you were catfishing or trolling or something. But the way I do, I got my 3 primary rides right here, which right now is a Lucky Craft Sammy, a spook, and a rattle trap. I got them on one side. Then I have my other 3 follow-up baits. This side, spinnerbait, 1.5, and a peg and jig. You have plenty of room. I mean, this right here is all the stuff you need just for one person fishing. And you can still fish 2 people comfortable in this boat. I'll put the other seat in here and show you what it looks like. Show you as simple as it is to put the seat in. You just get the little rail on there, pops in. Oh, and when you put a motor on there, I'd recommend maybe bending your seat rails just a little bit so it presses in there a little tighter. Because if you hit a hard enough wave, that seat is probably going to pop up, and that's no fun. Now, the way we do a little different with 2 people. When I got an extra seat in here, I put the live well kind of in the middle of the boat. And then, person fishing up front has got just comfortable with 2 seats, really. I don't know why I don't really like a seat. But when you're fishing in the front, close it. This boat's stable and sturdy. I mean, it's everything you need. Whether it's fishing small bass tournaments. Well, I fish in big tournaments and still place pretty good in them. This boat's awesome for bass fishing. It's a great boat to run catfish jugs in. It's a really good perch jerking boat. It's just a good all-around small boat for the money. You pay $500, you get everything you need for fishing. And your seats button up and all. This is a Mercury 2.5. I love it. 2-stroke. Well, I guess that's all, y'all. So if you're looking into investing in a small boat, just go ahead and mark a 10-foot John boat off your list.